Before your eyes. 이 게임은 눈 깜빡임으로 진행됩니다. 눈을 깜빡일 때마다 게임이 인식합니다. 웃기. 띵, 띵, 띵. 메트로놈으로 깜빡해서 앞으로 이동하고 깜빡깜빡해서 내 점점 물속으로 가라앉는 것 같은데? 왜 가라앉은 거 아니에요? 나 익사한 거 아닌가? 앞만 봐도?
That's mine. Well, hello there, stranger. Whew. You're a real bright and shiny one, aren't you? I asked you for your name, but sadly you got no mouth to speak with.
구독 감사합니다. 야호 감사해요.
Nose to look down with. So we're gonna have to find another way. See, what you'll find is, even though you're no longer in your body's still inside of you. If that makes any sense. So, if you understand what I'm saying, blink over my hand here.
나 아까 물에 빠진 거 이 아저씨가 구해준 건가?
That thing you did 30,000 times a day.
그쵸.
Ooh, well look at that. You're a blinking genius.
눈 깜빡이기 천재.
See all them poor souls down there, lost in the waves? I didn't choose any of them. I chose you. See, I just sometimes get a sort of a hunch, or what's a better word? Notion? Better word than that. A premonition.
난 죽어갖고 영혼이 돼서 이 여우 아저씨가 데리고 왔나 보다. 아저씨 근데 귀가 없어요.
Now you see that tower out there? Big scary one? That's where I'm taking you to see the gatekeeper, to be judged. I'm gonna present your case, tell her the whole story of your entire life, from proud to stern. Now if she's impressed, I get paid the big coin, and you get yourself a spot in her magnificent city. If she ain't, well, I eat seagull for dinner again, and you...
뭐 지옥에 가는 건가?
We don't have to worry about that, because I am the best orator you'll find on these sickly waters. Class A storyteller, believe you me. Oh, shut up, you trash birds. You had your chances. It wasn't my fault you were no good.
얘네들이 그 잘못된 영혼들이 갈매기가 되는 건가?
Clock watchers. I got some words for you. Sorry you had to hear that.
아저씨 갈매기 겁주려고 왕왕왕 한 것 같은데 하나도 안 무섭다.
So sure, maybe I'm not the most verbose storyteller out there, but I know how to spin a yarn if I'm given something to work with. And that's where you come in. Your life. You're gonna show it to me. I want to see exactly what made you so absolutely great. So, just think back to the very beginning. The first thing that you can remember.
내가 기억하는 나의 가장 첫 번째 인생.
But understand, no matter how much you like it, you're not going to be able to stay, all right? Every time you blink, you're going to jump forward in time. Could be a second, could be 5 years. That's just how this thing works. Alrighty then. I hope he's ready for this. Now, the next time that you blink, I'm gonna send you back. Don't be
오케이.
afraid, and don't try to fight it. The thing to remember about blinking is, well, it's only a matter of time.
깜빡.
And just try to enjoy it this time.
깜빡.
Look at that sun.
와,
We've got a
나의
long, beautiful day ahead
엄마인가
of us.
보다.
Why are you smiling like that? You must.
어, 여자친구인가?
Let's go get you some seashells. What do you say?
아닌가? 엄마인가? 아까랑 목소리가 같은데?
You see that big spiky plant over there?
엄마인가? 안 보여요.
Right over there. Don't you see it? That's called an agave.
어,
11 years from
용설란.
now, that plant will die so it can give birth to this tall, amazing tree covered in flowers. We'll have to keep our eyes on that one.
어, 이거 캠으로 한대요.
The day really slipped away, didn't it? Oh well, days have a tendency to do that, I guess. Where's the first page of my piece? I can't find it anywhere. Did I put it?
갈매기가 먹었어요. 저기.
Okay, go ahead, kid. Look at that! There's your little hand.
We have to make him do this every birthday.
That's a great idea. It'll really be something to see how he grows. Man, the zoom on this thing is
매니인가 보다, 내
fantastic.
이름이.
What was that beep? It's odd. So I feel this battery isn't even working. Load memory stick. What does that mean?
아빠. 어? 장난감이다.
Oh, you want to play along with mommy, don't you? Give it time. I'm sure you'll be better than me soon enough.
냠냠냠냠.
과거로 왔으면 코인부터 사야지.
아, 제목무님 감사합니다. 감사해요. 오. 방금 엄마가 치는
Sounds good,
피아노인가
honey.
보다.
I'm sending it to my mentor next week. It has to be perfect.
아, 아빠.
Oh, sounds pretty perfect to me.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
I like the music.
That's very specific.
I also like the person playing it.
Yeah, I worried that might have something to do with it.
배루야?
Look at his little face. What do you think he's thinking about?
I don't know. Probably solving the problems of the universe.
So, no, it's not derivative. At least I didn't think it was. Do you think you could tell the other members of the selection committee what I just told you? Right.
어,
No, I'm sorry. I guess I just put a lot of expectation on this call. Okay, I understand. Thank you for considering my piece, John. It really means a lot.
엄마 무슨 곡
Oh, that's sure a little mess of
어디
color.
냈는데 표절이라서 떨어진 건가? 표절이라고? 오늘 던져보자.
We do not throw things in this house. If you're mad that you aren't good enough yet, you'll just have to keep working at it.
으아,
You know, one day you'll be able to paint exactly what you have in your head. You'll be a real artist.
스크랩북. 베이비 그랜드 피아노.
See?
That used to be my piano. My dad gave it to me. He loved music. Fled his home country just to have a chance to pursue it. God, he made me practice so much. I hated it at first. I think he hoped to make it further than conducting the high school choir. Never said anything, though. He was what you might call the strong silent.
엄마 사진인가 이거는? 엄마 사진?
Can you believe I grew up in the snow? And I came all the way out here to the beach. I don't even know how I got here. Your dad got his job and I just came with him. Like a human suitcase.
Okay, Benny. Are you ready to see something really special?
I just don't want him to get
뭐야?
attached.
강아지 같은 건가? 정들지 않길 바란다는 거면? 야옹이네.
It's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
We can't.
못 봤어.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
그게 야옹이 눈에 다쳤지? 아,
There you go. Doesn't that make you feel happy? Like you just want to jump up and down? Now what about C minor? You remember how to play that one? Very good. Just one note different. That one sounds sad, doesn't it? Amazing what a difference one little change can make on how a person feels.
엄마 고양이 알러지신가 보다.
Sort of like me and your little friend on your piano.
아닌가?
there.
아까 전에 엄마가 우리는 얘를 키울 수 없어 어쩌고 하시는데 제 넘어왔잖아요. 고양이 알러지라서 못 키운다 하신 건가? 네, 눈은 깜빡깜빡하는 걸로 진행할 수 있는 거래요.
She was in grad school studying composition. I never met anyone like her. I just prayed to God I could somehow keep up. I think she liked that I was a professor. Gave me a certain gravitas in her eyes, you know, which I very quickly lost.
깜빡해야지만 진행되는 거. 슉. 이집트 항공 어디 간 거야?
God, she dragged me to so many places.
우와.
It's wonderful. Where would you want to go? If you could only go to one.
어디로 갈까요? 이집트랑 그리스. 난 이집트 가고 싶다.
Now, you know the ancient Egyptians believed cats had godlike powers. They would have worshipped our little Ernie. Can you imagine? Sorry, Ernie. Born in the wrong time period, I guess.
띠로롱. 근데 연주하는 건가?
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that?
Richard, are you hearing this?
우리 애가 천재야.
He's playing my piece. He must have figured it out by ear. I mean, I was a gifted kid, but he's brilliant. We need to get him into serious piano lessons.
Sure. But, you know, anyone who might be a good teacher for him?
What? I mean, in the city, sure. Not out here, I don't.
I mean, I know someone who might be up to the task. She's very gifted.
Richard, no one in this town knows anything. Maybe I'll just have to do it myself.
Good idea. I think that settles it.
But who's this mysterious woman you're talking about? I hope you're not in love with her.
You know, I really was for a while, but then she revealed herself
닝.
stupider than I thought.
Richard, what are you talking about?
얘기 진행이 왜 이렇게 되지?
Don't worry about it.
희영이. 와.
Oh God, I have my interview in 5 minutes and I completely forgot to feed him.
아, 그거 뭐야?
Don't worry, I already did.
For a moment, I forgot what a great father you are.
Focus on the interview, honey. I got this.
그러게 그림은 아까도 엄마가 못 그린다 했잖아요.
Excuse me, of course, sir. It's all organized into folders, sitting ready on my kitchen table. They will literally be on your desk when you get in.
조금 그림이 늘었다.
Now and tomorrow morning.
어?
We are fine.
오줌 쌌어. 나쁜 고양이. 없어졌네.
When's he coming?
I'm flying him out in February, remember? You know, I think he was pretty surprised that I could actually afford to do that.
Why not? You're a working woman now.
I guess that's true.
맥북이다.
Go to your head, but yeah.
Please let the cat know. It's time to use the litter box, though.
Baby steps. He's got one eye.
야옹이는 화장실을 못 가리나 봐요.
This is called a metronome. We use it to measure time so we don't get lost in the music. I want you to start using it before Grandpa comes to visit. You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, I might be a work of genius just as I was. He said, yes, I suppose. If you made a work of genius, I could live on through that as well. No such luck for me. But I do wonder what he'll think about you. I haven't seen him in over 10 years. Can you believe that? I wonder if he'll
아까
even
전에 그 음악 가르쳐준 아빠다. 엄마한테. 뭐지?
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
subdivide the time. 1e and a 2e and a 3e and a 4e and a 1e and a 2e and a 3e and a 4e. You're off.
잘 못
You're
치는데?
You can't hear that?
나. 아. 이거구나. 아니.
There you go, buddy. Okay, now keep a firm grip on it, just like that. Oh my.
아.
Don't think you like that, pal. Sorry, buddy. Turn around, Elle, so we can photograph you.
I'm just really behind right now. Why don't you take photos in the backyard? It may not be interesting at first, but if you keep going back out there every day, you'll be surprised by how much it changes.
어. 여기가 뒷마당인가봐요. 사진 찍자. 구름. 고양이 잃어버렸다.
Ernie!
Ernie!
Ernie, we need you!
God, Elle, what if you got eaten by a coyote?
My sinuses would be eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
No, I said I'm really worried. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty!
God, honey, I'm worried too.
I know, sweetie.
Ernie!
그쵸.
Kid! Come to Papa! I know you're mad about last night, but
뭐야,
this is
집도
ridiculous.
팔게
What
됐는데?
happened last night?
He's back.
Oh, God.
What?
Well, if he survived that, I know I'd
아빠가
worried
고양이
about
등 밟아서 가출한
Take
것
this
같은데요?
seriously, okay? He has one eye. That means predators can come up from one side of him he doesn't even know. Okay? Let's take this seriously.
어...
Ernie!
So you're saying it's a coincidence that it disappears for weeks and then comes
어?
back with a huge belly?
고양이 돌아왔다.
Ernie's a boy.
And you're sure about that?
I was.
Uh-huh. And that was based on... Say that one more time, please.
Pee-hole distance from the butt. If it's further away or something, then it's one or the other.
And what was Ernie's? I'm still not understanding how you let this happen.
I don't know.
우와,
I didn't
새끼
think about it.
났어요.
It just happened.
You just happened to find a stray cat in the alley. We keep it even though I hate cats. And now it just happens to pop out 5 more?
엄마 고양이 싫어하는데 새끼 5마리나 더
For a professor of
늘어났어.
signs and symbols, you're really bad at reading them.
Okay, that's funny. That's really witty.
I let us keep him for Benny. And I'm happy about that. I really can't have 5
Yeah.
cats around the house. It's just not sustainable.
Something outside or something.
엄마가 고양이 알러지 있는 것 같아. 그 애취 가끔씩 하잖아요.
He keeps coloring the grass blue, the ocean green, and then the sky red.
And what's wrong with that?
어?
I meant Benny's book.
Oh, yeah. Got this.
Benny is French, right?
No. Can't put a price on learning.
I mean, they did.
뭐지?
They did.
공룡을 좋아한다 나는. 응? 뭐지?
I know, it seems impossible that you could ever play something so complex. But just take it one day at a time. Trust me.
어려워.
You're really getting there, honey. Next week we'll start working on your other hand.
오. 우와.
I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
완벽했다. 방금 매일매일 연습했나봐요. 엑스표 된 거 보니까.
2 brackets on each side. 2 screws on each bracket.
The quiz said find the zero, and he just drew an arrow pointing to it.
Well, what's wrong with that?
I mean, everything is wrong.
저 F 받아왔는데요? 수학 시험에서? 저거는 그냥 냉장고. 공룡 장난감.
By the time I come in there, if you don't play with it anymore, we're getting rid of it.
안 돼요. 내 추억이 담긴 장난감인데.
Congratulations, B. First of many, I'd assume.
오, 어디다가 기부하나 보다.
This isn't my house. It's not my house.
Right, my house. You have 5 minutes to get down. I'll drive
뭐야?
you up there.
Not my house. Not.
누구지?
Fall back, you fool. I'll have your head. Beat them to the cat.
Come play inside. It's late.
옆집
Maybe
여자애인가봐요.
you got me a place game I'd want to play inside.
That's not fair, Chloe.
You're not fair. You're not fair. You're not fair. Hey, you. Yeah, you.
들켰다. 훔쳐보는 거.
Yes, Mr. Camera Boy. I'm talking to you. Why are you always out here taking photos? You know, if you really want to take a photo of something cool, you should take a photo of this.
나를 찍으라고? 이 여자애?
Chloe!
Oh shoot. I think I gotta go. But, try to take a photo of me running into my house. I'm pretty fast, so I don't think you'll be able to. But you can try.
냐? 찍었어.
What the hell? How did he do that?
Quiet, everyone. Betty's about to play for us.
아, 틀렸다.
Wow, Elle, he's unbelievable. My God, I didn't realize our head of accounting was raising a musical prodigy.
Didn't you used to be a composer yourself, Elle?
No, I don't know if I'd say that.
But you used to write your own music, right?
Yeah, but I haven't done that in years. Not since he was 4 or 5 years old.
And what do you do, Richard?
He's a professor.
Of what?
Well, no one really knows.
No, I mean, what's his field?
It's maritime archaeology.
수중고고하고 멋있다.
Very cool.
But no one really knows what it means.
Unknown legend.
It's kind of one of those professions that stops a dinner party short.
어이구.
Okay, more wine?
I'll have a little more wine, please.
Nah, let it go.
언제까지 계속될까요? 이 노래는 끝났다. 아빠가 수중고고학자구나. 그래서 막 이집트 이런 데로 간 건가? 자, 세계 역사, 세계사. Hey you.
on your desk. I wrote you something.
이상한 옆집 아이에게. 우리 같은 반이네. 이런 우연이. 학교에 있을 때 이걸 명심해. 뭐? 우리는 모르는 사이니 나에게 절대로 말을 걸지 마.
I want
안녕.
each of you to write it down. Not doodle on the sidelines, not stare off into space. Okay, now I will go on to the next slide. Chloe, tell me, what did the quote say?
Right, I definitely know this.
You were taking notes, weren't you, Chloe?
Oh, yes, of course. So, those who do not remember the past, repeat the past. That's right, right?
Indeed it is. Though I prefer you to answer without the help of your boyfriend next time. If
남자친구
we do
아니거든요?
not
라고
keep
하겠지?
accurate account
인가?
of the past, we are destined to embarrass ourselves in all sorts of ways. And now, on to what you've all been waiting for. Grades. Assessments, 60%. Those are tests and quizzes. Class work, 20%. That's work we do while at class. Participation, 20%. I will give you a moment to write this all down.
이미 적었어요.
I tried to convince your father not to buy you that thing, but he insisted. Half suspect he bought it for himself. The little guys are pretty cute, though. I will admit that. Oh, I want the job of whoever gets paid to make
yeah.
that crap.
콘스터스? 뭐지? 게임인가? 자, 괴물을 함정에 빠뜨려 제압하자. 이거 아빠가 보드게임인가? 아빠가 자기의 욕심도 섞여서 샀다고 하는데요, 엄마가?
I've definitely seen you next door, but I didn't realize you guys had become friends.
Oh, sure. We sit together in history class. I don't know what I do
요
without-
게임인가 봐요. 보드게임이 아니라
Very
게임.
sweet. Thank you for playing this game with him.
Your dad just thanked me for hanging out
야생
with you?
랍스터가 나타났다.
That's a very
잡는 건가?
interesting detail. Okay, shut up. I really want this one. Maybe I'll use...
It's called a magnet school.
아? 못 잡았어. 넘어가졌다.
It's about an hour away in a town called Burton. I know the change can be scary, but I just want you to go in and meet the dean I spoke with. You know, life can take you to some incredible places if you're really, really good at something. It's just, you've had so much trouble making friends at Playco. I want you at a place where people really get you.
So what do you think, Benjamin? You think you could excel in that sort of an environment?
어?
Sorry, he gets very shy.
Oh, not to worry. If he's as gifted as you say he is, shyness is no problem. Why don't you two come back closer to the end of the year for an audition? We'll get a few pieces that you can have him start learning. I'm eager to hear what your
약간
son is
음악 학교
capable.
같은 데 왔나 보다.
So, I understand you were a musician yourself. Where did you study?
Oh, Berkeley. But I was in the composition department.
Ah, and who did you study under?
John MacDonald?
I understand he's very difficult.
Yes. Taciturn is the word I use.
Taciturn. Yes. People have described me that way, if you can believe it.
Oh, I would never say that about you.
Thank you. I wouldn't either.
You seem very warm. Very caring.
6.15 이제 학교 다니나봐요. 바흐.
As you can see, there are some very fast runs in there, and a lot of stuff I've not taught you properly yet. So no pressure. I just want you to try, and we can see if you start enjoying it. Just like to see you really rise to the occasion, just this once. I wish I had the option of going to a school like that when I was your age. I wouldn't be working this boring job or living in this boring town, I'll tell you that.
그게 나는 이거 좀 안 좋아하는 거. 못했어. 오디션까지 30일.
Don't answer that, Ben. You can talk to your friend after you practice.
받아버리자. 또
Oh my
온다.
god. Is she really calling you again? What, is she obsessed with you?
받아보자.
What are you doing? I explicitly asked you not to pick up the phone.
Oh, he's fine. Let's talk to her.
Oh, what do you know about anything that's going on right now?
Okay, you know, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't raise your voice like that.
Well, then don't stick your nose into things that you're completely checked out of.
Okay.
Man, did I just cause a fight with your parents? I'm sorry, dude. But you should also cherish these moments. My mom and dad used to fight, and I would always hate it. But now I actually miss it a lot. Anyway, so basically across the board, crustacean types perform well against mollusk types. So
오케이.
you gotta be leaning on
포켓몬고
lobster a
전투를
lot
하려면은
more.
상성에 대해서 얘기하고 있다.
Then, once we get to the trench, we'll be facing what they call craniate types, so chondric types will be what we need. But we haven't even gotten any of those yet. Anyway, it's all pretty complicated, so we can go over it in history class tomorrow. But listen, I definitely don't want you to play without me, but if you do end up playing without me, spend as much time as possible in the Red Reef, because that's supposedly where you can find these chondric types, which we're for sure gonna need. But we'll talk more tomorrow, okay? Okay, I gotta go.
알았어.
Anubis, in the presence of Ma'at, who you remember is the goddess of truth and justice, would weigh the deceased soul against a feather, determining whether it was worthy of entering into her land of the dead. And what if they are deemed unworthy? Well, you can see that ugly fur ball under the scale?
Hey,
That
Mr. Kid.
Yes.
that's sheet, the head of a crocodile, fur of a lion, see,
오늘
and the body
아빠가
of a hippopotamus.
잠든 후에 집을 몰래 나가서 해변에서 잘 거야. 같이 가려면 변비에 걸린 아이작 선생님 그림을
As you can
그려줘.
see, she is ready to devour any
어떻게
of the
그리는 거지?
deceased who do not pass judgment. Sort of like me with your weekly quizzes. So I am not quite sure why.
Okay, I'll call you when I'm leaving my house. You better pick up my call, dude.
들키는 거 아니야? 자, 오디션까지 하루.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only reason she keeps coming here is to play that game you bought for him.
Okay, listen, I don't claim to understand the motives of children.
Richard! Ben has a chance here. A real chance to be super good at something. I mean this is no offense at all. But I don't think you actually really understand what that is.
No, I suppose you're right.
Oh, Richard, please. How do you like that?
극성 엄마요, 극성 엄마. 토끼다.
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
네.
Richard, tell your son to turn the lights off.
Danny, Mom says turn the lights off.
몰래 나가자. 재밌어 보이니까.
Wow, didn't think you'd actually pick up. I'm a sticky for a baby. I apologize. Okay, so meet me out in the alley in T- now, okay?
오케이. 뭐야, 미이라 같이 되어
You know,
있어서
I'm really
자는데요?
glad you're here.
아,
There's
같이
something I've been
여기
meaning to talk to you about.
왔구나.
Or to get off
별보러.
of your chest. Okay. I don't think Consters is actually a really good game. My cousin Yoon, he was in town this weekend, and he was explaining how it's actually a ripoff of a really good Japanese game. He calls it a cash grab. So I'm sorry that I made you like it because it's actually a terrible game. But I also think that if it was a really good game, maybe we wouldn't have enjoyed playing it as much. We would have been so focused on how good it was and not the feelings we had while we were playing it. Like, my favorite vegetable is a tomato, but Yoon thinks that they're the grossest ever. And you're probably the least popular boy in the
글자가
school,
되는데?
but I also like hanging out with you the most, which was also something I wanted to talk to you about.
이거 그거다.
I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened,
Stay here.
I never like hanging out with anyone. So this has been a big surprise for me this year, in a lot of ways. I think I like that you let me talk. My cousin never lets me talk. My dad does, but I can tell he's not really listening.
Probably didn't sleep at all. Out in the cold all night. You're already feeling sick, aren't you? It's okay. You still got this. I mean, all the practice had to count for something. Maybe just try and close your eyes now and get a little sleep on the way over.
도망쳐
I'm going to
나왔던 거
play the recording so
엄마한테
the sound of
들었나
mastery
봐요.
can
아니,
seep into your
들켰나 봐요.
subconscious a little, okay? Close your eyes, Ben. We're going to be there soon.
으악. 잠을 못 자갖고 지금 정신이 이렇구나. 아, 안녕하세요.
In your own time, Benjamin, we are very excited to hear.
이거 학교 약간 입학 오디션이었나 봐요. 이거 학과장님한테는. 나름 잘 치는데? 아이고, 앞이 눈앞이 흐려진다.
Oh, okay, okay. I think that's enough. So, Benjamin, why don't we plan on having you come back next year
떨어졌어요.
again, once you've had a bit more time to practice? Yes? As you know, Burton isn't the right fit for every student, and I wish you the best of luck on your path, wherever it may take you, okay? All right.
엄마한테
I really want to
혼나겠다.
thank you and your mother for coming all the way out here. I know it was quite the drive.
Maybe I pushed you too hard. Maybe I turned into my own
아니네.
father.
혼 안 나네.
I don't know. You have to find something to focus on. The world isn't very kind to people who aren't really good at something.
오락기. 크게 놀고 큰 사람이 되세요.
I'm not worried about who you are, Benny. I'm worried about who you're going to become.
엄마한테 엄청 혼날 줄 알았는데 안 혼났어요.
You
그쵸?
want him home from school for a while?
아, 몸이
Just until
아팠구나.
this nasty thing clears. Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office? There's a small clerical thing I need you to look at before I can let you two go.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll be right back, Benny, okay?
Just maybe 5 minutes, kiddo, okay?
의자. 엑스레이도 찍었네요, 나. 뭐지?
It's such a crucial time in his development. He shouldn't be confined to his room.
Yeah, having him home for a while means I can spend more time with him. You know? We can focus him, make sure he's staying engaged.
Can you please try to speak a little softer?
뭐지? 바닷가다. 나 아직
This isn't
아픈가
video game
봐요.
time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
다행히 큰 병은 아닌 거보다 엄마가 이러는 거 보면은 그쵸? 안녕하세요. 게임 하고 싶은데. 아, 아기 때 가끔 하던 장난감. 오, 그림도 이제 꽤 그리는데요? 그러고 보니까 고양이는 언젠가부터 안 나오네? 아빠 저 그림 그리고 있어요.
Why isn't your son eating with us, Al? No. You mean young Vincent? Well, ever since he
And Mr. Benjamin Bryn has been awarded first place.
오, 이제는 그림의 재능을 보이나 봐요.
Really gotta thank you for this, Benny. Emma Bills is so pissed that weird camera kid won over her multiple horse portrait that she's literally just left with her dad in tears. 말 딸이다. 그러게요. 예술학교 지원서에 대해서 쓴다. 아. 예술 커리어를 쌓으려는 동기를 짧은 2개의 문단으로 설명하세요. 근데 그림만 그렸어요.
You are not here to learn to be painters. You are here to learn to be artists. And although I've decided to teach you, this is sham. There is no teaching art. don't just sit there slack-jawed. Make art, you ponies. Oh.
아, 설마 이거 그대로 똑같이 배치했었어야 되는 건가? 아.
Oh, how very wacky
Ah.
and fun. It's very zany, very kitsch. Lucky for you, the world is always in need of more greeting card artists.
There you go, Mr. Brin.
점점 그림이 추상화가 되어가는데요?
Feel each shape.
어.
I want you all to take a long look at what Mr. Brain has
교수님
done.
취향은 저 그림이었어요.
You see, he has reached down deep within himself and created a masterpiece.
마스터피스.
I pray you have a strong hold on yourself, Mr. Brin. For I fear with talent like these, you may soon be swept away by a whirlwind.
왜
I'm
전시회도
stunned.
하나
The
봐요.
ironic sincerity of
이걸로.
this is so sincerely ironic.
He's flipped the discourse so thoroughly, I'm actually dizzy.
나 부자가 되는 건가? 작품이 한 점에 600억에 팔리면서? 아, 안녕하세요.
I know that lots of agents gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and alienating and the opposite of what being
이건 좀
starving artist is
그럴듯한데?
supposed to feel like. But if I can teach you one thing, it's that if opportunity knocks, you open the door. Making a living isn't selling out. I wish I had thought of it that way.
Benjamin! Marvelous show last week. Truly stunning. I've never been prouder. One little thing. A birdie told me that Elba Pressenhuber gave you her card. Now, I want you to cut that card into little pieces.
물고기도 키운다. 황 있어요, 저기.
Elba Pressenhuber is not in the business of the arts. Elba Pressenhuber is in the business of business. And you...
교수님, 저는 장사꾼이 되고 싶어요. 배고픈 예술가는 예술가는 배가 고프게 죽는다고요. 난 이 그림을 600억에 팔겠어.
Don't worry. You're not selling your soul.
그럼요. 계약서에 서명한다.
I've got a good feeling about you. We're going to make a lot of money together.
To actually making some money with one's art. Lord knows I could never do it.
다음화 행복하게 해드릴게요. 벌어와서.
Ooh, that's good. So, now that you've made it, tell me, what are you going to do with it? Besides buy me fancy dinners like this every week, obviously.
저는 요트를 살 거예요.
Oh, this looks delicious. I'm getting a salad and an appetizer, and I'm already stealing the bread. Look at that butter. Oh my gosh, it's in the shape of a swan.
진짜?
Oh.
버터 모양
I never thought I'd see
백조네.
the day where you would take me out to dinner, but I like it. Oh wow. Should I get soup? No, I can get soup at home.
엄마 좋아하신다. 또 또 그림 그리자. 오, 뭘로 그릴까요? 이게 귀여워.
Honey, stop. Is that Benjamin Brin?
Oh my god. I think it is.
Of all places.
어떻게 그리지? 자, 그리고 어때요? 이게 이번 건 좀 마음에 안 드는데?
Hey, honey. Your work's incredible. The new stuff is wowing us all. But Ben, I've had an
그래, 방금 그림은 조금 별로였어.
The critics are fickle. How about if you go back to your roots? Paint something meaningful, personal, close to your heart. Gotta go. Love you lots.
아직은 좋지만 조금 다른 변화를 요구하는 건가? 평가는 좋은데?
Hey, Ben. Don't even pick up this call, okay? I mean it. I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor today, and well,
엄마가 아프신가 봐요.
but really, I don't want you worrying about it at all. You're such an important.
엄마가 아프시다는데 받자.
I'm just so proud of you. This is nothing but a little bump in the road for me.
못 받았나 보다.
Going to be fine. Okay? So don't even worry about calling me back. Just letting you know.
받고 싶었는데.
I love you.
엄마. 손이 느린 아들이라 죄송해요. 아니, 나 받고 싶었는데 못했어.
That's enough from me. Now, you'll hear from the person who I believe is the single thing in the world my wife is most proud of. Her. So to speak.
엄마 돌아가셨어.
I think you all know who I'm talking about. Benny? Ready to come up here?
엄마.
Go on, B. Say something. What's wrong? Why aren't you talking?
전화 받으려고 그랬는데 끊겼어요. 엄마의 마지막 전화. 아빠.
Hey, honey. Guess who's calling? Again. Look, you know I talk to big, important people. People who could change your life every day. What the hell am I supposed to say? What do you want me to say? That I haven't heard from my star client in 6 months? This is getting ridiculous.
엄마 돌아가시고 집에 틀어박혔나 보다.
Love you lots. Mwah. Hey, Benny. Guess who's calling? Well, here's the call. We're finished. We're done so kaput. It's over. Would you shut the hell up, Tabitha? I'm trying to fire a client in here. Who? Some washed up, stick up his ass, good to sell brick. Probably isn't even listening to this message, but you know, Mama's got to put her rage somewhere. Oh, shoot it. Am I still on? Oh, Benny, love you lots.
뭐야? 왜 화내다가 또?
Just calling to tell you I'm selling the house.
왜요?
She's everywhere here, son.
아,
I can't move without bumping into her. Then I just find myself breaking down again.
아빠 제가 갈게요.
I hope you understand.
안돼 팔지 마.
Take whatever you want. With your mother gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter. Yeah, I think you did the right thing. By the way, she didn't want you to see her like that.
아니 나 받고
She just
싶었는데.
wanted you to focus on your work. That
받고
was the
싶은
only
건
thing that
받고 싶었는데 느렸을 뿐이야.
What's that? What's so fascinating, son?
그 엄마가 작곡했던 그 노래인가? 뭘 그려볼까요? 어이.
Look. It's unbelievable, Benny. It's like she's standing in the room with us. Like I can see her in the paint.
그럼요, 내 엄마 그린 거니까.
Feel her.
또 이거 전시했다, 엄마 그림. 지난날 작고한 어머니인 작곡가 엘리 피쉬맨의 작곡에 영감을 받았다.
It's Chloe,
어,
your neighbor. My God, I can't believe this. It's been years. I just walked through the entire show. It's unbelievable. I'd love to walk through it again with you. I mean, if you were down for that. I
그래.
just can't believe that my entire childhood, I was living next to a bona fide genius. I should have guessed it. I mean, with all those little drawings you did. And your mom. I always heard her playing piano from next door, but I didn't know she wrote the actual music. Hey, so, not to be forward, but what are you doing after this? Maybe we could get a drink or something?
그래.
I'd really love to catch up. I can't believe everything that's happened to you. I want to hear all about it.
늑대 아니 뭐지? 늑대 아저씨다.
I cannot believe my luck.
아저씨 제 인생 이야기 듣고 되게 만족했나봐요. 기뻐하시는 거 보니까 춤도 추고 계셔요.
You finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack. All the nobody nothings dying every day. You finally sink your hook into a... Oh, well, there you are. Well, hello, sir. If I had realized, I would have cleaned up. I'm just used to fishing up a different class of soul. I mean, sure, I've had scientists, a couple college athletes here or there, but... Whew, internationally renowned painter? The gatekeeper's gonna eat you up.
뭐 잡아먹는다고?
Speaking of that, why don't we give your story a test run? Maybe you help me out with the word choice, since, you know, I'm still working on that. See if I'm getting all the strokes right, the proper composition, if you catch my drift. Forget about it. All right, here we go. Gatekeeper! Before you stands the soul of a great man. Now, would you describe yourself as a happy kid,
뭐로 할까요? 약간 여태까지 분위기는 외로움이었는데.
A jovial child or a solitary one?
외로운 친구였어.
His childhood was a lonely one, growing up as a strange, quiet child in an isolated seaside town. What'd you say your mom was? A composer or an accountant?
엄마는 작곡가셨지. 중간에 잠깐 꿈을 접고 가정을 위해 회계사 일을 하셨지만.
His mother was a composer who,
그래, 맞아.
with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant. How would you describe her as a teacher? More encouraging or demanding? Kind of like your champion or more like a taskmaster?
엄마는 약간 요구하는 타입이었죠. 시키는 타입. 근데 격려하는 타입은 아니었던 것 같아.
Therefore, as his piano teacher, she was over-demanding, forcing him to practice day in and day out, hoping that he might one day achieve that greatness that she never could. And how about that neighbor girl? What was she to you? Was she
나에게
your best
작은 일탈이었어.
your first love? And be honest here.
좋아한지는
Don't be
솔직히
bashful, man.
모르겠는데.
You can tell me.
그쵸. 좋아한지는 잘 모르겠는데 베프다 베프. 인조이라뇨. 사랑하는 그런 느낌은
But on the
없었어요.
eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his best friend and blowing it the next day. Now, from that moment
첫사랑이었나?
forward, his mother gave up on him. She knew he didn't have what it took to be a truly great musician. But little did she know, she just picked the wrong medium, right? See, when he was 12 years old, he got sick. And he had to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten. Painting. Sure, he loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. But for the first time, he saw it in a more serious light. He was accepted into an exclusive art school where he caught the eye of an esteemed professor who launched his work into the national spotlight. Now be quiet. With expectations on his career mounting, he stalled himself into bankruptcy, which turned out to be a blessing, for it wasn't until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately be considered his masterpiece. I said shut up, you scumballs! You mucky fowls!
혼란스럽다. 혼란스러워.
I get it! I hear what you're saying.
문이 열린다.
I hear what you're saying. I had assumed as much anyway. I should probably tell you, those things, they're not regular gulls. They're liar birds. They're what becomes of souls who try to lie to the gatekeeper. And once they try that, they're never allowed near her city again. I get to feeling bad for not defending them right, so they just stay on with me. Living reminders of my oratory shortcomings. Oh, yeah, good thinking. I'll be back to get you once I'm done with this one.
도망간다.
Hopefully we won't be
갈매기들.
seeing him again. sap.
응?
You know that?
갑자기 왜
Just look at him. Poor fool doesn't know what he's in for.
갑자기 왜 그런 말씀을 하시지? 벼룩투성이라고? 나한테 하는 말이야? 어?
Now don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible.
아니에요, 나 안 그랬어.
Because if the gatekeeper knew, she'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you. And I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black.
아저씨 갑자기 나한테 화내지?
Thrown you back and sanitized my paw as soon as I laid eyes on you. But it's too late for that. We're in this together. And the gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake
난 거짓말 안
lies as if they were
했어요.
glass.
늑대 아저씨 이상한 사람이야.
To start from the very beginning. And this time, I want the truth.
어? 뭐야, 다시 처음부터야?
Not this.
Now the
명이.
C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, you know, I might be a work of genius just as I was.
I get all this.
내가 뭐 거짓말했지?
This.
첫사랑이었나?
What did your mother hear on that phone call?
엄마 전화로. 어? 이거 뭐예요? 밑에?
Keep your eyes open. I need to see.
아, 이 시간 동안 참는 거구나. 아.
I'm getting it. Hello? Yes, of course. This is Elle, his daughter.
어? 뭐야?
I see. She knew she hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations. And now, she never could.
아버지
keep going.
돌아가셨나 보다. 오케이.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
You were a prodigal talent. I get.
Eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane. I need you to stay focused.
오케이.
Yes, I understand about the cat. Let's keep going.
Still not understanding.
내가 깜빡해갖고서는 잘 못 보고 넘어간데 보여주나 보다. 뭘까요, 여기? 뭐지? 어?
The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson.
고양이들 밖에서 키운다고
being
하고서는
alive wasn't enough.
들개들이 먹었나 보다.
So then you went to work to make yourself sensational.
그래서 안 보였구나, 영웅이들.
Listen to him, Richard.
I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
이렇게 해서 대회에 나가게 된 건가?
I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom, I never like hanging out with anyone.
I know you want to stay here, ma'am.
알았어요.
I'm not worried about who you are, Benny. I'm worried about who you're going to be.
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
Come on, keep...
We can focus in. Make sure you stay engaged.
이게 무슨 얘기였을까요? 아까 전에 나 여기는 기억나는데 그냥 들리지 않는 대화하고 넘어갔던 것 같은데?
I mean, what's the point?
What do you mean? What's the point? What does that mean?
What's the point of any of it? If he's never gonna get any better.
Okay. Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something
여기
like that?
깜빡거리는
I'd never
눈
forgive
있다.
myself.
It's okay. He's asleep. It's okay.
뭐지?
I see. You got sick. You howled at the moon at the top of your lungs.
그럼 이 뒤에 기억은 아프고 나서 후의 기억은
You were sick
가짠가?
for a long time, weren't you? Sicker than healthy kids are supposed to get? Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember. We're almost at the end of this. I promise.
뭐지? 진짜?
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school. Try writing with it.
어? 안녕,
Well, hello,
엄마.
Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics.
새로운 기억이다.
Exactly. It was very artsy. Actually, I was just good at fooling your dad. Made him think I was some kind of genius. Why don't you write the story of your life so far? And then what you're going to do once you get better. That's the story I want to hear. Story of who you're going to become, okay?
벤자민 브린의 위대한 생애. 이 아저씨가 아까 늑대 아저씨가 얘기한 건데 그의 어린 시절은 외로웠고 외딴 해변 마을에서 조용한 아이로 자랐다. 내 아까 고른 그거잖아요. 엄마는 작곡가였는데 가족을 부양하기 위해서 회계사로 일했다. 이게 내가 쓴 소설이었던 건가?
Man, this is wild. You really got into this, didn't you? Oh, here I am. But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his best friend and blowing it the next day.
그건 엄마 얘기였나 보다.
Okay, Benny.
아니야, 얘
And you
얘기네.
know, we really could have just slept
그
on
친구,
another night.
친구 얘기.
But I'm also glad we didn't because, well, another night wouldn't be the same night.
베프라고 해서 실망한 거 아니지?
Back to the story. He'd loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. Man, you take your doodle seriously. I did not realize, but I respect it. I respect it. I do.
You are going to be in there for about 30 minutes, so try to get comfortable.
이거 그거 무슨 CT 같은 거 찍는 건가 보다. 윙크했어, 의사
You're doing
선생님.
great, buddy. Just a little longer, okay?
글쎄, 좀만 더 버텨보라고? 깜빡하지 말아볼까? 뭐지? 나가지나? 아닌가?
Knock, knock. You're gonna be so annoyed with me, but I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading loud from what I think was your story the other night. I know. I promised myself I wouldn't eavesdrop. I would really love to read it if you'd let me. What do you say? You know I'm such a big fan of it.
이거 엄마 여자애랑 둘이서 방문 닫고 있으니까 문에 귀대고 계셨네. 그러다가 들으셨네요. 어떻게 읽는 게 밖에까지 들려요, 그쵸?
Yeah.
Go in there and tell him you love him.
I'm sorry, I just can't. Not right now.
Okay, don't worry. Go to bed. I'll talk to you.
아니, 얘네 방음이 잘 안 되는
Baby.
집인가?
Just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, you know, I think it was just very emotional for her to read. I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. His childhood was a lonely one, growing up a strange and quiet child in an isolated seaside town. Certainly bummed you feel that way. But what I want to know is, where'd you learn to write so well? All those cool words. Reads like Dickens. Really just very cool stuff, kiddo.
여기 그 엄마는 약간 나한테 그런 좀 강압적인 편이었다 그런 얘기 해갖고선 엄마 상처받으셨나? 내가 아까 쓴 거에 엄마 그렇게 묘사했잖아요. 벤자민 브리는 패배자였다. 왜? 그는 최악의 불인이었다. 병마와 싸우려 하지도 않았다. 그냥 누워서 죽었다. 어이. 네, 화면 제가 흔든 거예요.
Benny! Benny! Ben! Oh God, can you hear me? Richard! Richard, get up!
안 돼! 병원에 간 건가?
So if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand it hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you for understanding. It's been a rough one.
어. 아플 때 이걸 누르면 진통제 같은 게 투여되는 건가? 음식도 먹고 약도 먹네.
Hey, Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, your whole tone is pissing me off right now. Yes, I understand you have a business to run. It's a very cliche thing to say to me in a time like this. Okay. Well, then I guess all I can say is screw you too. I said screw you too.
아빠 화끈하시네.
Yeah, man, that's all I got.
전화 왔다.
Hey, this isn't funny, you know. What? You're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know you're faking. Because if you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already.
끊어. 아이.
Buddy, you just throw something? Kinda sounded like you threw your cell phone at the wall. You know, your mom's not mad at you. Just tired. Really tired, I think. You know, it's okay if you did throw your phone at the wall. Hell, I wanted to throw my phone at the wall a minute ago. You know what? Maybe I will throw my phone at the wall. Ready?
엄마한테 화난 게 아니라 크로의 그 여자애가 자꾸 내 성질 건드리잖아요.
Yeah, we should throw things more often. Cheaper than therapy, I can tell you that
엄마한테
much.
화난 건 아니었어.
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough
토끼
time.
램프 없어졌다.
Not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected, and she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here, and I feared that I was losing her. But then you played this on the piano. Just her little hands reaching up for the keys. She just couldn't believe how gifted you were. And once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me. So, I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try
엄마가 작곡한 그 노래다.
See if you can remember.
Wait, is that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that?
Keep playing, B. She's listening.
엄마 얼굴이 늙었어요. 봤더니. 여기서 친구들한테 편지도 왔네. 야옹이다. 죽은 거 새끼들만 죽은 거였나, 야옹이? 귀신은 아니지 않을까요?
What are you doing, Elle? She's gonna make you sick.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine.
맞아, 새끼들 다 죽었잖아, 야옹이.
Oh, her poor fur. Richard, we have to give Ernie a haircut, okay?
Getting her a sashimi plate.
What?
What? I think she more than deserves it.
Oh, I think you're right.
약도 먹고. 클로에한테는 29번의 부재중 전화가 있었어요.
She hasn't been over. Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No, but what does that have to do with...
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
I don't know. Check the book.
Okay, I'm calling now.
Honey.
근데 너무 아파서 클로에한테 전화하나?
Oh my god, you're an idiot. You do realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day and how I reacted to it. I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that. But hey, what are you looking at? Don't look up there. Look at me. I'm talking to you.
그거 다시 만드는 거 같은데? 스테이요? 스테이.
I want to give you something, but I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is. So maybe if you close your eyes, I can give it to you and I'm gonna leave. Close your eyes now, okay?
알았어. 너는 나의 베프야. 안녕, 클로에. 왜 아에 빨간색 밑줄 있지? You are my best friend라고 아에다 강조를 했는데 왜지?
What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're writing again?
Ah, it's just a melody that came to me. It feels good to play it.
It's sad.
Yeah, well, that would make sense. But do you like it?
I mean, yeah. I love everything you do.
What do you like about it?
Not this old trap.
Go on. I'm waiting.
Well, it made me feel like...
Like...
Like if the unspeakable darkness I'm carrying can be so well expressed, maybe it's not so unspeakable. Nailed it, didn't I?
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty good.
이 아플 때 바로 저 누르면 어떻게 되는 거지? 뭐야? 피같이 떨어지는데요? 누르지도 못하고? 너무 아픈가? 빨리빨리 눌러야 되는 건가?
I can't breathe.
I know. I know.
It's okay, Benny.
You know, for a while now, I've wondered if I'm just not a good enough storyteller. If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories, I think they may be overrated.
문이
I
열렸다.
know just what to tell her.
Watch for her now.
I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, you'll know. Believe me. I should go get ready. Don't worry. We got this. I think.
혹시 아까 전에 그 화가 얘기는 제가 꾸며낸 거고 방금 얘기한 게 진짜 내 얘기인가? 야옹이잖아. 문지기.
There she is. Wish me luck.
Gatekeeper, before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
That means she's ready to hear your story.
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story. It's really so imaginative, and the person you wrote about is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was, well, I didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Bryn. Benjamin Bryn was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father in a small town by the sea. His mother was a composer, or at least that's what she dreamed she'd be. So, when her own dreams didn't pan out, she began to dream for him. But then, when he was just 11 years old, he got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story of the great life he thought he wanted to live, which only made him forget the great life he already had. How he had filled a new home with light and joy and promise. How he met a girl, his neighbor, who felt all alone in the world and made her feel okay again. And how, even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope.
엄마가 다 요약해갖고 해준 건가?
Exactly who they were, after they had almost forgotten. So when he knew he was going to go, he was okay. Because he'd already lived a great life, a full life. And he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
죽고 나서 엄마가 다시 고쳐 써주셨나 보다.
She's gonna let you in. Go on. You know what to do.
모르겠어요.
Why is he smiling like that?
It must be somewhere that he likes.
천국에 간 건가? 아까 전에 지금 엄마가 글 다시 읽어준 게 그 애기 이제 죽으려고 할 때 같고 그 이제 의식 점점 잃어갈 때 엄마가 거기서 다시 고쳐 읽어주고 마지막에 엄마가 얘 이렇게 웃는 거 봤다 그랬잖아요. 그래서 저기 천국 같은 데 들어가면서 애기에게 미소 지으면서 이제 죽은 거 아니에요? 완전히? 그런 거 아닐까? 그러니까 애기는 이제 나는 이제 음악을 그만두고서는 정말 내가 되고 싶었던 그 병상에 누워갖고 아프면서 되고 싶었던 그런 화가 얘기 내 꿈 이런 거고 근데 그거 거짓말이었고 이제 내가 아프면서 진짜 막 그렇잖아요. 그래요? 좋은 꿈 꾸나봐요? 죽진 않았나? 그냥 미소 지으면서 죽은 거 아니에요? 아프면서 이제 영혼이 어쨌든 갔다니까?
벤자민 아르아이
루디님 감사합니다. 감사해요. 그런 거 아닐까? 엔딩 노래 끝까지 들어보자.
I've got memories, but I'm slipping. You left some people in here wondering if you'll stay here or not.
뭐지 이거 킥스타터 같은 걸로 후원받아서 만든 게임인가? 그쵸? 그 후원해준 사람들 이름 다 써있는 것 같은데? 끝났다. 재미있었다, 짧지만.